Halo Infinite Multiplayer is a first-person shooter experience that is available on Xbox as well as PC. That's it. Review's over. Nah, I'm just playing. And while that may sound like a nice 50-50 relationship, depending on your preferred platform, when it comes to player base, your mileage may vary. Luckily, that problem is somewhat rectified by crossplay, and wouldn't you believe it, it actually works. Good job, 343. Here's a sticker. There you go. Good job. So if you're just some pleb that could barely afford a new Xbox without an employee discount, but you have a friend on the other side of the country that can actually afford a gaming PC in this chip shortage climate, look, all I'm asking for is a small loan of $5,400 and I will become the next PewDiePie. Because he's a military police in the Air Force that makes all the money in the world, well, thanks to crossplay, you can still play Halo together, regardless of your platform preferences. Actually, I'm pretty sure it has nothing to do with his employment and everything to do with the fact that he doesn't have a wife or kids. That lucky son of a bitch. See, I can say things like that because I know my wife don't watch my videos. You don't care, man. She don't care. Crossplay is such a big deal for me because when I was a kid, I didn't even think it was possible. If you could travel back in time to 2007 and tell Halo fans that one day a Halo game would come out where PC and Xbox players could play together on day one, it would blow their freaking minds. While you're at it, you should probably tell them that the housing bubble is about to burst, the market is going to crash the following year, and capitalism as we know it will never be the same. You know, give them something to look forward to for New Year's. For Halo Infinite Multiplayer, you have 7 game modes to choose from that I will now describe with 100% accuracy. Team Slayer is a point-and-click adventure game where you wander around the map aimlessly, waiting for this little reticle in the center of the screen to turn from white to red, and once it does, you pull on the trigger until the thing in front of you is no longer among the living. And once either you or the enemy has accomplished this operation 50 times, the round is over. Believe it or not, winning is completely irrelevant because your reward is the same either way. You get to play more Slayer. Hooray! Maybe even watch these bars go up for a little neuron activation. Next up, we have Quick Play, which is the mode I utilize the most because majority of the time, it's at the very top of the list. And yes, I am that lazy. Now, from my experience, this one's a little deceptive because it says that it is a mode that includes Slayer as well as other objective game types. And although these game modes have different names such as Capture the Flag or Oddball, it's really all Slayer. You just hold forward and fire at the same time until the game ends. And should you lose, remember it's always your teammates' fault. Should you find yourself on the market for an ego boost or you're just trying to make a TikTok video, Bot Bootcamp is the place to be because instead of fighting human opponents, you'll be facing against the computer. And by God, are these bots ever terrible. Can you believe I did a whole weapon review series with over 20 videos where most of the footage came from Bot Bootcamp and nobody noticed? Some of these videos have over 100,000 views and nobody said anything. It's hilarious. Big Team Battle is essentially the same thing as Quick Play, except the whole operation is much larger with teams of 12 instead of 4 and using the bigger maps. So be prepared to get ran over by a moving vehicle. This game mode is my favorite because with so many extra players running around, your individual performance matters even less. Unfortunately, your teammates may not understand this and choose to blame you anyways. This is taking way too long. Time to rapid fire. Fiesta is for people who want to play Team Slayer but don't know what weapon they should use and rather have the game choose for them. Then it's just 3 minutes of chaotic shenanigans until the enemy team acquires all the power weapons, at which point you will just be annihilated. He who controls the power weapons controls the game. Free-for-all Slayer is pretty much self-explanatory. Kill anything that isn't you. People who prefer this game mode say it's because their teammates are always trash, but we all know the real reason. It's because they have no friends. Last and certainly least, we have Ranked. This is for when you are having a fantastic day and would like it ruined. For those of you that play Ranked religiously and take your rank incredibly seriously, I just have one question. Why? Okay, 2 questions. Do you know who the best Halo player in the world is? Or even just in your country? No? Well, I don't either. Now, if 343 implemented a leaderboard system where you could see who the best people are, and you wanted to compete in a ranked environment to where you can become the best person in the world, I would 100% understand why you want to play this. But as it is now, who cares? Why do you try so hard? Why do you send me hateful messages telling me how bad I am at the game? I know how bad I am at the game. I don't need you reminding me, okay? There's a lot to learn while playing Halo Infinite multiplayer, such as discovering that the weapon racks have a little loading bar to tell you when a new weapon is about to be delivered, and how you may sometimes come across an online adversary that will employ intimidation tactics, such as violating your corpse upon defeating you. Do not be deterred, this is simply a sign of lower intelligence. However, this offers you the opportunity to admire the character designs. Halo Infinite as a whole is just gorgeous, and the player models are particularly nice. This game offers a wide variety of custom armor modifications. Unfortunately, a large chunk of those are locked behind the cash shop. We will be talking about that in a second, but there is still plenty of variety to keep your opponents interesting. And actually, having such unique character designs can cause situations where enemies start becoming familiar with frequent engagements. That was a totally intentional no-scope on that guy. Hector! Oh, Hector with the revenge! Way to go, Hector 99. Is Hector over here with the sniper rifle? He is not. I miss you already, Hector. Revenge hurts. Oh, okay. Hector! Yeah, I have one bullet left. Good job. Use it well. Good job, Hector. You did it. Oh, he's there. Hector. Hector! Come here, Hector. I didn't want you, I wanted Hector. Potentially leading to small feuds being formed over the course of a round, where your goal switches from completing whatever objective to instead developing a vendetta toward one specific enemy. Oh. No! Hector! It's Hector! No! Bush Wolf! Blush Wolf, whatever. I'm trying to kill Hector. He's got a sword and a hammer. That guy's ready to party. Oh, no, I have a hammer. I'm invited to the party. Hector! I got you, Hector! Oftentimes, these are only one-sided affairs because the opponent obviously does not realize you are yelling at them. Actually, come to think of it, I'm not sure if this is a common thing or just more of a me problem. Let's take a moment to talk about form and function. The game simply works, and apparently being playable is a high standard these days. There have been a few hiccups, like Big Team Battle just straight up not working for nearly 2 months, and of course there was that melee cancel glitch that almost made it to release. I was so disappointed when I found out they got rid of your ability to become a futuristic sci-fi kung fu master. This is definitely one of those instances where a bug could have been a feature. But generally speaking, the game is pretty sturdy and plays great. Alright, so the game works fine in function, but as far as form, this is where we start seeing some problems. One of the things I was not looking forward to with the release of Halo Infinite was this right here. Apparently, this is the only Halo game being worked on for the next decade. Halo as a service, they're calling it. The reason I see this as a bad thing is because there is whole chunks of the game that is made and ready to go. I'm talking weapons, I'm talking vehicles, I'm talking maps, I'm talking game modes that you cannot play because they won't release it until enough people have bought crap from the cash shop. I don't care if the multiplayer is free or if there's some free stuff on the way. I still see this as anti-consumer. A game as a service only serves to do one thing, and that's line the pockets of investors and publishers. That's it. I'm taking the sticker back. I remember a time when video games would be developed and released with all the cards on the table. It is what it is. If you don't like it, go play something else. For a full gaming experience, I would much rather spend $60 or $70 one time rather than potentially spending hundreds of dollars over the course of a few years. And I'm going to acknowledge the hypocrisy of me complaining about this stuff while my character is wearing cosmetic things purchased from the store. It just goes to show you how effective these tactics are when someone who hates the system as much as I do still participates in them. I hate the system almost as much as I hate myself. But let me tell you, if they incorporated these things into the game as rewards for challenges, I would have preferred to capture 50 flags in CTF rather than spending $3.99 at the store. But if you feel that a game as a service is catering to your needs as a customer, let's argue about it down in the comment section. Halo Infinite multiplayer, in summary, is a fun first-person shooter online experience that is beautiful to look at and works most of the time. fans of the big team battle game mode may have a different opinion on that last bit. And with its games as a service business model, you can play it for free with the potential risk of you spending hundreds of dollars over the next few years. Now, does this mean with your occasional but consistent contribution of $3.99 for cosmetic items in the cash shop will cause Halo Infinite to become the greatest Halo game ever by the year 2032? I do not know. But I do know that the corporate leaders of Xbox Game Studio, as well as their investors, will be making hella bank regardless. And I also know that I am definitely not a hedgehog. This has been Pleb Review, and until the next one, this is not goodbye for good, just goodbye for now. Blush Wolf again! Who keeps giving that guy all these rockets? Oh, that was Hector! No, no, no! Oh, one death, one kill. Oh my god, we can do it. Sniper rifle, I can work with this. Who's dying? Who's it gonna be? Someone's gonna die, and we're gonna lose or win. Throw nades. Do everything. We won! And it wasn't because of me. Well, actually, I got the most kills. I'll just take full credit for that. That little turf war I had going on with Hector. That man was vicious. Jeez, dude died 13 times and only got 6 kills. What the heck? It's like I'm playing with my boy Juan. This is harder than I thought. Oh, I'm gonna mess up my green screen. Oh no.